Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll here from Lucas Oil Speedway. Welcome in as we get ready to set them loose here in this one. Woo! Oh! This is going to be good. Heat race number 1 already out onto the racetrack. We're going to get ready to set them loose here in this one. You came here for a show. Well, here you go as these drivers are going to get ready to rock and roll. Woo! All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Heat race number 1 out onto the racetrack. Starting on the pole in the 515 machine. That is Chris Cox. To his outside in the 3D Racing, number 63, that is Clifford Driscoll. Starting in position number 3 in the 81 ride, that is Wesley Gwaltney, and to his outside in the Premier Racing 011, that is Joey Reeder. And we see the 30 ride of Dustin Lehman in the Mud Duck Racing, number 30 ride Brandon Gibbs in the 3D Racing, 34B to his outside, and Craig Bristol bringing up the rear of the field here in heat race and number 1, as we're going to jump right into the racing action as the green flag quickly out into the air here in this one. Chris Cox out in front, but here comes Clifford Driscoll up on the top shelf. Clifford trying to hang on to that thing, got super loose there. Going into corner number 3, he's going to go way up the racetrack as the 515 kind of almost went up into him there in corner number 3 and 4. But early on, out in front, it is all Clifford Driscoll as Clifford leads the way in that 3D Racing ride. Joey Reeder in the Premier Racing Setups machine there in second, and already Brandon Gibbs in the 34B ride up into position number 3, and he's not done yet as he's already working down to the inside here of the 011 ride. So trying to move up more and more in this one as you see the 81 machine of Wesley Gwaltney get up into the outside wall ever so slightly. A lot of these drivers all battling for that high side of the racetrack here early on, even with the track being very, very tacky all the way around. A little bit of a slider. There goes the 30 ride of Dustin Lehman, who's going to go around the 515 ride of Chris Cox, getting collected in that one as well. And our first caution flag of the evening is going to fly. You saw it starting to brew as Wesley Gwaltney sends it in there on the bottom side, slides up, has to get onto the binders to avoid the contact here as he gets super tight there in the center of the corner. Has to lock him up, and unfortunately, Dustin Lehman just nowhere to go for him as he gets turned around there, trying to get onto the binders himself, and unfortunately, drives into that one and goes around. So does Chris Cox. It's our first caution flag of the evening. Going to go right there for the 30 ride, going around. A little bit of help there from the 515 after getting into the back of the 81 ride of Wesley Gwaltney, who had to check up, as we'll get him stacked up, re-racked in, ready to go here as the 3D Racing number 63 ride is out in front. Joey Reeder right there in position number 2. Brandon Gibbs in position number 3, trying to work himself up inside the top 2 here with his teammate in that 3D Racing number 63 machine. Craig Bristol there in 4th. Dustin Lehman back into that 5th position with Chris Cox and Wesley Gwaltney getting that EOL and starting from the rear of the field here on this restart. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the show. If you guys are tuning in, make sure you guys smash that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button. Let's get it, baby. Rob says, well, still banned laugh out loud. Just gotta just cheer on the boys. That makes a very happy team owner. Absolutely, my boy. Let's go, Joey. Bring it home, big sexy. Absolutely, Rob. Absolutely, my boys. We're back to green flag racing quickly. It is that number 63 rider Clifford Driscoll trying to open up his lead more and more and more. Joey Reeder there in 2nd. Brandon Gibbs right there in 3rd, trying to take position number 2, still away from the 011 ride. Craig Bristol doing a great job there in position number 4, but here comes Wesley Gwaltney. Gwaltney quickly working himself back around Dustin Lehman, Chris Cox, and now the 39 rider Craig Bristol as he slides back ever so slightly there as well, as the white flag has been displayed one more time around here for Clifford Driscoll, as Driscoll heads down the backstretch into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. It's all the 3D racing ride of Clifford Driscoll here in heat race number 1. Joey Reeder there in second. Brandon Gibbs, Wesley Gwaltney, Craig Bristol, Chris Cox, and Dustin Lehman rounding out the field there in heat race number 1. Let's get it, baby. Let's go, chat. Yo, Sean's Detail coming in, smashing that like. William Allen with that like as well. Doug Dobbs coming in, showing the love. Scotty Dobbs with the love as well, coming in, smashing the reactions. Rob coming in with that like as well. What is good, Rob? What is good, my boy? Matty, Mr. Fletcher. What is good, Matt? It's all you, Clifford, says Doug. Yes, sir, it was. It was all that 63 machine of Clifford Driscoll in that one. Hey, baby girl, what's good, Matty? What's good, my boy? From now on, Joey Reeder needs to be called Big Sexy Joey Reeder. I don't know. I like calling Joey Reeder our race leader. Okay, it kind of just rhymes really good. We just need to get him out front. That's all this. If he's out front, it's perfect. Sometimes even if he's close, then we can say, you know, he's trying to be the leader. But it goes, it comes and goes, it comes and goes. All right, we're going to get ready here for heat race action number 2 here. Starting on the pole in this one is the 3D Racing House of Speed number 77. That is Warren Samoy. To his outside in the 11 ride is the Premier Racing Setups machine of Shane Yates. And starting in position number 3 in the 45 ride is the MG. I'm not sure what else that says. That is Michael Massey. Into his outside in the 20 ride, that is Sean Pointer. And we see in position number 5 is the 13 machine of Caleb Ramsey. Cody Connor to his outside, and Brian Wax bringing up the field here in heat race number 2 on the evening. Out in front quickly, it's the 11 ride of Shane Yates, as Yates leads the way early on in this one. Out in front, the Yates Racing number 11 machine continues to lead the way as the Premier Racing Setups ride. There's the 20P machine of Sean Pointer right there in position number 2. Warren Samoy trying to hold on here as he slid back to that 3rd position early on in this one, trying to hold on to that 3rd spot as Cody Connor in the all-out graphics number 3C machine right there to his inside. Cody Connor trying to find a way up and around that 77 machine. Brian Wax up into position number 5 now as that 3D Racing number 14 ride up into position number 5. Caleb Ramsey there in 6, and Michael Massey sliding back into that 7th position as out in front it's still the 11 ride of Shane Yates. Yates continues to lead the way. Sean Pointer sticking right there on his back bumper as Pointer in the 20P machine trying to find himself a way up and around the 11 ride here. We are under the lights and under fire here from Lucas Oil Speedway. Absolutely beautiful racetrack here. The crew's been working hard all day long, making sure that this thing is ready, primed and ready to go here for tonight. These drivers definitely appreciate a well-worked-in racetrack, and it's putting on a great show here for us in this one as Shane Yates and Sean Pointer continue to pull away here. Warren Samoy trying to hold on to position number 3 as here comes Cody Connor down to his inside. He's going to go for the slide job here in 3 and 4. A beautiful crossover, a little bit of contact up into the outside wall goes the 3C machine as the white flag has been displayed. Brian Wax now looking to the inside here at Cody Connor as Shane Yates down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. Sean Pointer can't get there as it's all Shane Yates here in heat race number 2. Pointer in 2nd. Warren Samoy holding on to 3rd. Cody Connor, Brian Wax, Michael Massey, and Caleb Ramsey rounding out the field there in heat race number 2 as we're going to get ready here for a quick little warm-up session. These drivers are going to get primed and ready to go to battle here as we're going to get ready for our main feature event in just a few more moments. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it, chat. Good job, 3D Racing. Absolutely, Dougie. Absolutely, my boy. Nah, he will always be big, sexy Joey Reeder to us. Laugh out loud. Gotta serve my penalty for my antics last week in the Supers. Oh, no. Scott, my boy. That one sucks. That one sucks, my boy. That one sucks. No one likes penalties from the week before, my boy. No one likes penalties, that's for certain. No one likes handing penalties out, and no one likes having to deal with penalties. Caleb Ramsey out there on the racetrack, and Emma Julicy Speed Shop number 13 machine. Isabel Stewart, Isabel coming in, showing the love, smashing that like on the stream as well, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys haven't already, make sure you all hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button. If you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button as we continue to build more and more over there on the red site. And if you're tuning in over on Kick, make sure you drop us a follow as well as we continue to try to build more and more and more over there on Kick live streaming as well. As these drivers get stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here. We're going to get ready for our main feature event here in just a few more moments. We'll make sure we get the overlay refreshened up here. There we go. Just about a minute left, and then we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose. Woo! Oh, this is going to be a good show, chat. This is going to be a good show. These guys are hungry. We are ready to set them loose here in this one. 3D looking good. Should be an Exiled Esports front row. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go, Rob. That's what's up, my boy. Brett Caudill cheering on the 3D boys as well. What's good, Brett? What's good, my boy? How you doing? Coming in, showing the love, cheering on the 3D racing rides. Woo. Not a huge field, but a good field, and that's all that matters, man. A lot of talent, a lot of fast drivers, a lot of quick cars here, so it's going to be very interesting to see who's going to park their ride down here in Victory Lane. We saw Clifford Driscoll with a very fast run there in heat race number 1. We saw Wesley Waltney, Sean Pointer, Shane Yates all having very fast race cars. Brandon Gibbs looked very good as well. Dustin Lehman showed some speed there for a little while. So did Cody Connor. So once this racetrack really starts to slick off, it's really going to separate the boys to the men here. And it's going to be interesting to see who can keep their car underneath of them and who can keep them pointed at the front of the field here. As you can already see, it's starting to get a little bit slicker. Starting to slicken off here and there, and that high side starting to go away more and more and more here, and that's just going to make it that much more tricky here for all these drivers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to get ready here to go green flag racing, our main feature event about to get ready here as we're about to get ready for our starting lineup here in our main feature event. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in to the Stars Motorsports iRacing series presented by 3D Racing as we're going to get ready here for our first main feature event of the evening, starting on the pole in the 20P machine. That is Sean Pointer to his inside in the 11 ride. That is the Premier Racing Setups machine of Joey Reeder. Starting behind him in position number 3, it's the 11 machine of Shane Yates, into his outside in the 3D Racing ride. That is Clifford Driscoll. Starting in position number 5 in the 34B, that is the 3D Racing machine of Brandon Gibbs, into his outside in the House of Speed number 77, that is Warren Samoy. Starting in position number 7 on the inside of row number 4 is the Exiled Esports Premier Racing Setups number 81 of Wesley Waltney, into his outside in the all-out graphics Connor PC's number 3C, that is Cody Connor. Then we see the 39 rider Craig Bristol, Brian Wax in the 3D Racing ride in 9th and 10th, Michael Massey, Chris Cox, Caleb Ramsey and Dustin Lehman round out the field here as we're going to end all the anticipation with our feature presentation as quickly the 20P machine of Sean Pointer out in front, and quickly the caution flag is going to come out here on lap number 1. So we'll re-rack them, restack them, and get ready to try this one all over again as we'll take a look back and see what happens. Looks like Chris Cox, Craig Bristol, and Dustin Lehman coming together here. The drive in, looks like the 39 just kind of gets into the side of, see, that was Brian Wax there, just a little bit too much. Checks up, gets onto the binders. Unfortunately, Chris Cox gets into the side of him and then gets a bump from behind himself, and as they kind of get turned around and bumped everything else and stopped on the racetrack, the caution flag going to quickly come out there. So we'll stack them back up, re-rack them, and try it all over again here. Sean Pointer, Joey Reeder, Shane Yates, Clifford Driscoll, Brandon Gibbs, Warren Samoy, Wesley Gwaltney, Cody Connor, Brian Wax, and Michael Massey are going to bring up our top 10 here for the restart as 14 drivers getting ready to duke it out here in this one. Scott says 3D for the win. Let's go, baby. Let's go. 3D for the win. That is beautiful, my boy. That is beautiful, homie. About time you let them all know. Exactly. All right, as the green flag back out into the air here in this one, live from Lucas Oil Speedway. It's the UMP Modifieds out in front. Sean Pointer leads the way as you see the 77 ride. Warren Samoy goes super high there, misses the berm in corner number 1 and 2. He's going to get passed by 4 or 5 cars as you see Michael Massey pouncing up on the high side here. He's got Brian Wax down to his inside as Wax trying to take over position number 8 now. Already from the 45 ride of Michael Massey is out in front. It's all Sean Pointer. Pointer continues to lead the way as Clifford Driscoll trying to hold on to position number 2 is the 11 ride of Shane Yates right there to his inside as the caution flag flies here in this one once again. We'll take a look back and see what happens here as it's like Michael Massey. We saw this one really starting to brew here. The 45 ride, unfortunately, looks like he's going to go around. Take a look and see what happens as... Oh, it looks like him and Caleb Ramsey, unfortunately, just coming together ever so slightly there through corner number 3 and 4. Just that little bit of a front bumper. The back end there, the 45 ride spins him around. Right here, just that little contact right there, and unfortunately, Massey, he's going to get spun around there, pointed in the wrong direction, and quickly, the admins are going to throw that caution flag. They get a great look at that one as we'll get ready to stack them back up, re-rack them, and get ready to go back to green flag racing as Michael Massey and Caleb Ramsey at the back of the pack there. Ramsey going to get that EOL for causing that contact and spinning the 45 right around there, so quickly getting that one resolved and getting these drivers into their proper starting positions. So that means we're going to get the lights turned back off the official iRacing pace truck, and we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. Sean Pointer out in front, continuing to do what he does best, and that's lead laps and try to pull away from the rest of the field. But Clifford Driscoll trying to figure him out, trying to get a good restart right here, trying to hang down to the inside of that 20P ride. As Sean Pointer out in front quickly, once again up on that high side is a little bit of contact. Shane Yates had to get onto the binders there. He almost spun that 63 machine around. Warren Samoy getting bounced around the 30 ride of Dustin Lehman stuck right there in the middle. These things look very, very tight and very loose as now you see the 63 of Driscoll go over the edge. Clifford Driscoll sitting in a perfect spot there. Unfortunately missed the cushion up on the high side of the racetrack. He's going to blow it over the edge. He's going to have to try to battle back strong now as you see one driver working their way up through the field, up into position number 6. Here comes the B14 of Brian Wax. Wax in the 3D racing ride has a few of his teammates now right there behind him as Warren Samoy and Clifford Driscoll try to work themselves back up towards the front of the field. Out in front, though, it's all Sean Pointer as Pointer leads the way. Joey Reeder a little ways away behind him here as they battle side by side for position number 2 on the racetrack. Sean Pointer out to about a 2-second lead here. Absolutely picture perfect. This is exactly what Joey wants to see as there goes Brandon Gibbs. Gibbs is gonna go around in the 3D Racing House of Speed number 34B machine after a little bit of contact. I do believe that was Wesley Gwaltney who might have gotten into his back bumper there. We'll take a look and see what happens as, unfortunately, Brandon Gibbs gonna go around here having such a great run up into position number 3. Then it just looks like that little bit of contact, unfortunately, there. The 81 rider, Wesley Gwaltney, gets into Brandon Gibbs and spins him around. A tough one right there for Gibbs. Take a look right here from rear end. You'll see this contact right there. Just enough to get underneath of him, lift those rear tires, lose all that traction. And once that rear end kind of gets up and off the ground, it is very, very easy to just loop these cars around. And unfortunately there, Brandon Gibbs found out in a quick hurry. Wesley Gwaltney getting that EOL. He's going to get sent to the rear of the field. He's got to restart back there in position number 14 as we'll get ready to stack them up and re-rack them here as it's all Premier Racing setups rides at the front of the field as Sean Pointer leads the way. Joey Reeder tried to be our leader there in position number 2, and Shane Yates in position number 3. Brian Wax there in 4th. Cody Connor there in position number 5. Clifford Driscoll, Warren Samoy, Chris Cox, Dustin Lehman, and Caleb Ramsey round out the top 10 as we're going to go back to green flag racing. The green flag back out into the air here in this one. The 20P machine of Sean Pointer out in front here. Joey Reeder there in second, trying to hold off the other 11 right in the field as Shane Yates trying to jump right back up into position number 2. He would love to try to continue his battle there that he had with that 20P ride in the heat race where he was able to get the one up there on Sean Pointer. Sure, Shane Yates would love to jump up there and put himself back in that situation here, but he's got to pass a very fast car in that 0-11 run as they're trying to hang right there with Sean Pointer, but Pointer looks to continue to try to just pull away once again here as that Premier Racing Setups ride absolutely hooked up here tonight in this one. Clifford Driscoll's found himself back up inside the top 5. Now it's the 63 machine, the 3D Racing ride back up into that 4th position as here comes the 515 machine of Chris Cox as Cox has been able to work himself up into position number 5. Warren Samoy there in that 6th position with Dustin Lehman there in 7th. We see Cody Connor, Wesley Gwaltney, and Caleb Ramsey rounding out our top 10. Brandon Gibbs right there behind him is the 34B ride. Looks to try to work himself up inside the top 10 here again, trying to work himself back up towards the front of the field, but unfortunately these laps clicking off in a quick hurry, but it's a dogfight right there in front of them as we're going to quickly take a peacemaker game and crank it up after a little bit of contact, maybe not. There goes the 81 rider Wesley Gwaltney into the outside wall. Nowhere to go for Caleb Ramsey as he comes in and cleans him out there in corner number 4. And the caution flag gonna come back out. Heavy damage there for Wesley Gwaltney and Caleb Ramsey. They're both gonna have to come down pit side and get some quick repairs done to their machines as there were a couple heavy hits here. Orange, unfortunately, rear end kicks out. I don't think he realized that his rear end was going to kick out that much. Unfortunately, the nose there of the Exiled Esports number 81 rider Gwaltney was just right there, and that little bit of contact, just enough to lose that front nose here for the 81. Just kind of gets him up into that outside fence on the outside of corner number 2, and then nowhere to go there for Caleb Ramsey. A little bit of damage there as well.
Let's go!
The 34B machine as we'll jump right on board here with Caleb Ramsey into the cockpit here as Oh, you see Walton get into the wall, comes back down the racetrack, and nowhere to go for Ramsey there. That is a tough one, as we'll get him stacked back up, re-racked, and ready to go back to battle here, as it looks like Waltney and the 13 machine of Caleb Ramsey back out onto the racetrack as the pace truck heads off the racetrack. We're going to get ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. Yo, Ben Bebo, Jonathan Wiley coming in showing the love. What is good, Dad? How are you doing coming in showing the love? Smashing that like on the stream as we're looking to set them back loose here. It's the 20 rider, Sean Pointer, getting that green flag once again here in this one. Quickly, the 20P machine out in front here, putting that pedal to the metal. So we're going to get a quick look here. Where in the world is my overlay? There we go. So we're almost halfway through this one. Out in front, it's the 20P machine of Sean Pointer. Joey Reeder right there in position number 2. Shane Yates trying to hold on to that 3rd position as Clifford Driscoll right there in position number 4, and looking for more is the 3D Racing Ride, trying to jump up there and open the door to try to work himself back inside the top 3, but don't look now as here comes that 515 of Chris Cox and the 30 ride, the Mud Duck Racing Machine of Dustin Lehman, having a great run. He's one of those drivers that's working the bottom side of the racetrack, as we're going to get another battle here at the front, as here comes the 11 of Shane Yates. He's going to go for the slide job there over the 0-11 at Joey Reeder. Joey Reeder now down the bottom side. I thought he was going to try to jump up and clear the 11 ride of Shane Yates, but it looks like Yates going to get that high side. Joey Reeder's going to stay down on the bottom side. It looks like the bottom is very, very good through corner number 1 and 2, but not as good through 3 and 4. Is the caution flag going to come back out, and we're going to have to stack them up, re-rack them, try this one all over again, as we'll take a look back and see what happens here for this one, as it looks like Caleb Ramsey fortunately getting tied up in another one here, as they're a little 3, almost 4 wide there coming out of corner number 2, and fortunately Cody Connor and Caleb Ramsey just come together there. Caleb gets hard into that infield tractor tire. Is, man, some hard hits here tonight in this one. Just, yeah, 3, 4 wide. It just doesn't quite work out, and unfortunately the 3C ride's going to go around right in front of Caleb Ramsey, and Ramsey's going to get hard into that implement tire, but take a look here once again right from the let's take another look from up here. See that contact, and unfortunately gets drove into it again. And then hard into that infield tractor tire. That's a lot of damage to the front end of that thing. As we'll get them stacked back up, re-racked, and ready to go here once again, as out in front, it's all Sean Pointer in that 20P machine. The Premier Racing number 20 ride out in front. Yo, Blake Parsons, what's good, Blake? What is good, my boy? What's going on? Haven't talked to you for a while, my boy Blake. What is good, homie? How you doing, my boy? How you doing? Hopefully you're having yourself a wonderful night, as we're going to get ready to set them back loose, as Sean Pointer out in front sees that green flag back out into the air. Joey Reeder right there in position number 2. Shane Yates there in 3rd. As Yates was able to make that pass, but unfortunately they didn't get back across the start-finish line. Had to give that 2nd position back to Joey Reeder. And now here comes Clifford Driscoll. Clifford looking for a big run as they go 3 wide here for position number 2. A little bit of contact. Clifford's going to keep it down on the bottom side. He's going to slide up in front of the 11 ride, and here comes Shane Yates back down to the inside. Unfortunately, Joey Reeder getting the worst end of that deal. He's going to slide all the way back to that 7th position on the racetrack, as Clifford Driscoll and Shane Yates continue to duke it out here. Another slide job, another crossover, as Shane Yates trying to keep position number 2 here, but Clifford Driscoll giving him everything he's got, trying to stay there in position number 2. Chris Cox right there in 4th, watching it go down right in front of him, as he's got the 30 right of Dustin Lehman behind him. Joey Reeder there in 6th now, as Wesley Waltney in the 3D Racing number 34B ride of Brandon Gibbs right there in that 8th position, as the caution flag is going to come back out in this one. We'll take a look back and see what happens here. It looks like Caleb Ramsey again tied up in another one here in that 13 machine as that Julius Speed Shop ride just can't catch a break here. Gets up into the outside wall again and again. Goes upside down into the catch fence there in corner number 1 as he's going to take that thing down pit side there. A tough break for the 13 ride of Caleb Ramsey. He's going to bang it off the wall right there. Hard into the wall. Busts the front end. Gets up into the wall again and unfortunately up into that catch fence and upside down, and that is a tough one right there for Caleb as he's parked down pit side here getting some heavy repairs done to that 13 machine. I'm not sure if we'll see him back out onto the racetrack or not here. Yo, Matthew Glenn, what is good, Mr. Glenn? Matthew coming in showing the love, smashing that like on the stream. What is good, homie? Says, let's go, my boy. Let's go, Caleb, let's get it. Or Matthew, my boy, let's get it, my boy. Let's get it, homie. Woo! Man, some great racing, some great battles all around this racetrack. The battles that we've been seeing here out of Shane Yates and Clifford Driscoll have been absolutely beautiful. He's got Scott's luck tonight. Yeah, I think he definitely has Scott's luck tonight. Unfortunately, that thing's been a magnet for pretty much any kind of incident out there on the racetrack so far in this one, but we're going to set him back loose. We're going to see if someone else will get that bad luck now as Sean Pointer out in front. Shane Yates right there in second. Clifford Driscoll in position number 3 here to see if he can find something and another way to jump up here and try to duke it out with the 11 ride of Shane Yates like we saw before that caution flag as they continued to throw slide job after slide job after slide job up there for position number 2, and that's exactly what Sean Pointer, our race leader, wants to see. He wants to see them continue to duke it out back there for that second spot on the racetrack so he can just continue to stretch his lead as we're going to jump into a quick Peacemaker Gaming crank it up. So ladies and gentlemen, crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite drivers as we're going to crank it up. As the laps continue to close down here in this one, 3 more laps left to go here for Sean Pointer, down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. He's going to get 2 more laps left to go. The 20P machine out in front has a 2-second lead now over Shane Yates and Clifford Driscoll, as Driscoll getting a big run here, looking down to the inside on the 11 right of Shane Yates. He's going to go for the slide jump here in corner number 3 and 4. A great crossover out of Shane Yates as the white flag has been displayed one more time around here for Sean Pointer. Pointer down the backstretch into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. It's going to be all Sean Pointer here in this one, picking up the checkered flag at Lucas Oil Speedway. And just across the line, it's the 63 machine, the 3D racing ride of Clifford Driscoll, picking up position number 2 over Shane Yates there in 3rd. Chris Cox, Joey Reeder there in 4th and 5th. Warren Samoy, Wesley Gwaltney, Dustin Lehman, Cody Connor, and Brandon Gibbs rounding out our top 10. Brian Wax, Craig Bristol, Caleb Ramsey, and Michael Massey rounding out the field here as Sean Pointer, Clifford Driscoll, and Shane Yates round out the field here, as we'll take a look back and see this battle for the 2nd position, as these two have been duking it out here the last 20 laps or so, as Shane was able to cross him back over, take that 2nd spot back away from Clifford. Clifford gets a big run up here on the high side down through corner number 3, or corner number 1 and 2. Gets a big run up on the high side. Shane chooses to go down low here, and then just that big momentum run up on the high side keeps his throttle in it. And that 63 machine of Clifford Driscoll able to drive around the outside of Shane Yates to pick up position number 2 here in this one. What a run, what a race, and what a drive right there by all of these drivers. That was a ton of fun. These guys put on a great show here for us, as Sean Pointer picking up that checkered flag. Man, what a race, what a run. Let's see a round of applause here and some checkered flags up in the chat for that 20P ride of Sean Pointer as he picks up the checkered flag here tonight in this one. Let's go, baby. Great win. Sean Exile gets another one. Yes, sir. Good race, 3D. More races tonight. Yes, sir, Matthew. We got super late models after this, my boy. Super late models right after this one, as these drivers will get loaded into the sim and ready to go back to battle in just a few more moments. These drivers are going to jump up into the broadcast booth. Sean Pointer, Clifford Driscoll, and Shane Yates are going to jump up here for some post-race interviews. Whew, man, that was some great racing action. An absolutely picture-perfect race there by that 20P machine, as we're going to get ready to pull in that 20P ride, the Premier Racing Setups ride of Sean Pointer, here into the broadcast booth for his post-race interview. Hey, Sean, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth to get a copy.
Yeah, man, what's going on?
Not much, Sean, my boy. What a run, what a race. Picture-perfect drive here for the 20P machine. You had a ton of fast cars nipping at your heels here on all those restarts, but every one of them, you got a good little jump, had a couple car length lead there, and then slowly but surely you just continue to pull farther and farther away here. And here you are at the end of this one, picking up a solid 2-second lead over Clifford Driscoll and Shane Yates to park this 20 ride up here in Victory Lane, man. Take us back through the field, and how does it feel to be parked back up here in Victory Lane?
Yeah, man, it feels good. You know, I don't know. I got lucky with the pole position, so that helped too on a top dominant track. I learned my lesson from Charlotte to not switch up my restart, so I just stuck with the same thing the whole race. But yeah, I saw them duking it out for second, so I was like, better hit my marks because they're coming.
Absolutely, man. Two very fast cars right there behind you, but it's probably one of the things that you wanted to see, was seeing those two, continue to exchange slide jobs and crossovers and continue to battle between each other, and not being able to track you down. And once they kind of, they never really got single file. They really never got separated between the two of them, as they just continued to battle there for the final probably 20 laps of this race, and kind of gave you some good breathing room there. And as they continued to fight, they weren't catching you, and you were able to just continue to walk away with this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think they had it down to 0.5 seconds at one point. They're just following on top of the leader or up on top of the track, and once they started throwing sliders, yeah, they definitely gave me some cushion to just be focused on my line.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, Sean, congratulations on picking up the checkered flag, man. An absolutely picture perfect run here for yourself in that 20P machine. Who would you like to thank for such a great run, a great performance, and a great drive here tonight in the UMP Modifieds at Lucas Oil Speedway?
I'd like to thank Ancient World Gaming, Premier Race Setups, FGR Excel, Exiled Esports, Bucked Up, Next Level Gaming, and Design the Void. And shout out to Bobby Rafferty that wasn't able to race tonight. You're the champ.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, Sean, congrats on the win. Congrats on a great run, man. We got one more race left to go. How are you feeling here headed in with the super late models here at Lucas Oil? You think you're going to be able to park that 20P machine back down here in Victory Lane for the second time tonight?
I hope so. It's a little different from modified going to the layout model, but it drives about the same. But there's definitely a lot of tough competition in the layout models. So there's a good race between me, Shane, and Clifford. Just thanks for the broadcast, and I hope everyone enjoyed it.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, Sean, congrats on the win and good luck here in the next race. We'll hopefully see you back up here in the broadcast booth before the end of the evening.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, gave it up there once again for our race winner, the 20P machine of Sean Pointer, as Sean Pointer coming home here, picking up the win, man. What a run, what a race right there. Matthew says, candy and popcorn ready, let's go. Let's go, my boy. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Shane, Mr. Yates, coming in, showing the love with the like and the share on the stream. What is good, Mr. Yates? How you doing, my boy? Stay tuned, Doug Dobbs, for Supers on this broadcast. Oh, baby. Yes, sir. Supers right here, right afterwards. There's no second race. We're not going to mix it up. We're not going to make it too difficult for people to try to, keep up and jump back in and everything else, and we like to just keep it all together. And it's pretty simple, pretty easy for people to figure out, times kind of deal. Like, I don't know. It's a little bit more easier than just having two different broadcasts and having to jump back through them and waiting for that live notification. And if Facebook or YouTube actually sends out that second notification, kind of gets a little bit messy. Yo, what's good, Justin? It's good, my boy. Mr. Toll coming in. I win. I don't think you did, Justin. I don't think you did. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You always win, my boy. It's always a win when you're in here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to get ready to pull in our second place finisher, the 63 machine of Clifford Driscoll, as we're going to bring Clifford in here for his post-race interview. Hey, Clifford, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Clifford, my boy, what a run, what a race, man. Take us back through this one. We saw you up into the top three fairly quickly in this one. You missed that outside cushion ever so slightly. You drove it off the end of the track there. You were able to hold on to it, but you fell back to about that 6th, 7th position. You had to battle back around a lot of very, very fast race cars, and here you are at the end, duking it out for about the last 15, 20 laps between you and Shane Yates as you guys continue to exchange slide jobs and crossovers galore out there, having a great battle between each other. Just never really gave you or Shane the opportunity to jump up there and try to compete to beat that 20P ride of Sean Pointer here tonight, man. But take us back through this race and what happened out there and how you ended up here in that second position with that big run there on the last lap to get around the 11 ride.
Yeah, there at the start, Reader and I, he had a run on me, and I was going to kind of throw a bit of a pinch and slider there so he couldn't slide all the way up the track. And I shouldn't have done it that early in the race because I don't think he expected it. And his right rear caught my left front, and that's what shot me out there towards the wall. And then from there, I thought to myself, man, this is a long road to hoe right now. So just tried to keep the fenders on the car. Wherever the line was, I really couldn't find it back there in traffic. I was just trying to go wherever they weren't. And I was able to work my way back up there towards the front. I didn't have anything for Sean, man. He was lights out tonight, so congrats to him on that one. But getting by Shane there at the end, it was basically just I went where he wasn't. If he was going to run the top, I was going to try and run the bottom. If he ran the bottom, I was going to go to the top. And I just ended up with the faster line tonight. So I'll take it any way I can get it.
Absolutely, my boy, an absolute picture perfect, replay of what happened throughout this race for yourself in that 3D racing ride. But man, a great run, a great battle nonetheless, and a solid second place run here for you. A good recovery after that initial contact and sliding back early on in this one, and being able to work your way past a lot of very, very fast UMP drivers here. And such a tough racetrack, especially for these UMPs, man. We saw it here tonight. A few caution flags early on. All it takes is that little bit of a bump, that little bit of, that inch too far underneath of somebody, and it can spin somebody out in a quick hurry. We saw it a few times here tonight where you're a little bit nervous there with all those slide jobs and crossovers. That little bit of contact may come between you and the 11 ride here, and possibly ruin the night for both of you guys, or at least have one of you guys go around and having to get that EOL and go to the back.
Honestly, I really wasn't that worried. I've ran with Shane a few times before this, and all throughout this series here, and I know as long as I give the respect in the room, I'm going to receive it back. So it's nice to be able to race hard and know the guy's going to lift a little and turn it underneath you instead of just, jab you in the back bumper or something dumb there. So, that always makes the race more enjoyable from a driver's standpoint, because, you can run the car hard and try and get the most out of it and know you're not going to just get junked.
Absolutely, man. Definitely always a good time when you can not have to worry about the competition around you and just kind of run your race and not have to worry too much about them, running into you or making that mistake and everything else, and just drive with a lot of respect out there. And we saw it there between you and Shane as you guys duked it out for a lot of laps here tonight in this one, man. But Clifford, who would you like to thank for such a great run, a solid race, and a solid top 2 run here tonight in this one?
Well, first off, I got to thank everybody over at 3D Racing. They put in a lot of laps and a lot of time to make these cars quick. So I appreciate that, especially since I don't get to sit down and do this as much as I'd like to. Got to thank Scott for letting me steal his sim for the night, and House of Speed for the setups, One Shot Scrap, West Side Signs, and JMP Home Inspections. They help make everything turn here, so we appreciate them.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, Clifford, congrats on the second place run here in this one. I'm not sure if you're going to be running or if Scott's going to be running in the Supers, but either way, good run. Hopefully, I think Scott said he's serving his penalty here tonight, so I'm assuming you're going to get back behind the wheel here of the Super Late model.
We're going to find out exactly what that penalty is, but I think he might still be able to drive the car, so we'll find out here shortly.
All right, sounds good. Well, Clifford, if you're not in the next race, my boy, we look forward to seeing you back here in the UMPs next week, and hopefully we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth and get to talk to you up here again after another great run.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man, and thank you for broadcasting these. Turns out really well.
Absolutely, my boy, absolutely. Always love doing it and always love seeing you guys out here on the racetrack. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our second place driver, the 63 machine of Clifford Driscoll, as Driscoll comes home here in position number 2. We're going to pull in our third place finisher now, the 11 ride of Shane Yates, as we're going to pull Yates up here for his post-race interview. Hey, Shane, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. Do you get a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Shane, my boy, what a run, what a race, man. Take us back through this one as, for a little while, you were up at the front of the field. You kind of got shuffled back there after a little bit of contact on one of the restarts there. You kind of fell back to about, that 6th, 7th position there. You battled back up. You battled back into that third spot. You took back second. And then, from that point on, I thought you were going to be hunting down and trying to jump up there and, battle with the 20P ride and try to pick up another win here. But unfortunately, Clifford Driscoll had other thoughts there as he jumped up, and you two just went to work, man. Continued to just throw those slide jobs and crossovers and continue to duke it out between each other, and unfortunately never got kind of single file and into the swing of things where you could run up and try to catch that 20P ride here tonight.
Yeah, once I made it to second, I think my car was just a little too tight for the top. I mean, earlier on, it wasn't that bad, which I wasn't running as high as I had needed to because, it wasn't as slick. So I was running, still like a few feet off the top. So I was still pretty quick. But when it slickened off, I was too tight, and my right rear kept coming off the track. So I kept losing speed, and, I was letting Clifford, catch me. And I just didn't at the end there. I didn't have nothing for
Sean?
yeah, Sean. He just ran off and left us. But yeah, it was tough there for a little while when we was throwing sliders and everything. He just kept getting further and further away. I was like, man, we need a caution.
Yeah,
Catch him.
absolutely, man. As he worked himself out to some big leads there, but nonetheless, a great run here by yourself and you and Clifford. You know, man, looked like you guys were having a ton of fun out there, even though you weren't catching the leader and you weren't trying to run for the lead here late in this one. You two were just continuing to battle there for that second spot, continuing to just look like you guys were having a ton of fun, continuing to throw those slide jobs and the crossovers and just kind of going head-to-head there for position number 2. Didn't really have a whole lot of pressure on your guys' back bumper, and you really weren't worried too much about the car in front of you there either.
Yeah, at the end there, I thought, like, in 1 and 2, I thought I had enough space to where I didn't need to go back to the top in 3 and 4, and I stayed on the bottom. I definitely chose the wrong you know, I chose the wrong. I should have chose the top, and I would have got second. But I chose the bottom. I thought I had enough. I thought I was further away than what I was, but I wasn't. He ended up getting me for second, so it was still a good run.
Absolutely, man. A great run, a great race, and a lot of fun out there on the racetrack. Shane, who would you like to thank here for such a great run, a great, strong performance here in this one here at Lucas Oil Speedway?
I thank my team, Premier Racing Setups, Flood Drive, and I want to thank him for letting me run this league, and appreciate you for broadcasting that.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, Shane, hopefully we'll see you back out here for the super late models. Hopefully we'll see you back onto the racetrack and possibly back up here into the broadcast booth before the end of the night.
Yeah, I'm a little bit better in the late models, so hopefully I can do a little bit better.
All right, Shane. Well, good luck. Have fun, my boy, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you back up here in the broadcast booth in just a little bit.
All right, man. See you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for Mr. Shane Yates as Yates comes home here in position number 3 here in this one. We're going to get ready here for our second race of the night as these super late models are already loaded up into the sim here. We're going to get ready to jump right on into the action as these drivers primed and ready to go to work here for our second race of the evening. We're going to see even more drivers get loaded into the sim here. We're going to see these drivers duke it out and go to work here. These super late models here at Lucas Oil Speedway for our second race of the evening. Already see Zachary Fremo up into the race here as well. We see Sean Pointer again, Shane Yates, Scott Schroyer, and Rick Gibson. I'm not sure if Rick and Scott are going to be racing or not, or if they're going to continue to admin. We do see Scott Dobbs loaded into the sim, so that's good to see. Good to see Scotty Dobbs up into the race here. Looking like he's going to be able to get a good shot at trying to park that 29 ride up here in victory lane. So Scott's taking over the sim, and unfortunately there, Clifford Driscoll is going to jump up into the spotter stand there and keep an eye out and make sure that the 29 ride gets a good run here in this one as we're going to get ready to set them back loose in just a little bit. As you can see, man, all these drivers, like, look at this strength of field, 32.27, and that seems like it's low here. That seems like it's a low number for some reason, but these guys are all so fast, so talented out here, and we're in for another treat here, another big run, another great race as these drivers get loaded into the sim. We're going to get ready to set them back loose in just a few more moments. All right, let's see if we can get this overlay back up and ready here. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a quick break here. I'm going to get a drink, and we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose in just a little bit as we're going to get ready for these super late models here from Lucas Oil Speedway for our second race of the evening, our second big race. A lot of fast cars once again, a lot of very talented drivers in a massive strength of field here for this second race of the evening from Lucas Oil Speedway. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button as we're going to get ready to set them loose here in just a little bit. We're going to get a quick break in. We're going to crank it up and let you guys enjoy the sights and sounds here of these super late models at Lucas Oil Speedway. See that 77 ride of Warren Samoy, the 45 ride there of Michael Massey duke it out there on the racetrack. Brian Wax out there as well. We see Rick Gibson out there having a little practice run himself here in the 38 ride. Scott Schroyer jumping out onto the racetrack in that Animal Racing. Number 57 ride, a lot of fast cars, a lot of great drivers, a lot of great talents back out into this field. Send 29 to the tech lane. Laugh out loud, let's go 29, let's go baby, let's go. Yo, Isaac D'Oliveira coming in, smashing that heart reaction. What is good, Isaac? What is good, my boy? Coming in, showing the love. What is good, homie? How you doing tonight, my boy? How the heck are you, homie? How the heck are you doing tonight? All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready here for our second race of the evening. These drivers loaded into the sim here. We're going to get ready to set them loose as we're going to get ready for heat race number 1 here with the super late models here in this one. These drivers loaded into the sim. We're going to get ready to set them loose. And starting on the pole, in the 77 ride, it's the 3D racing machine that houses speed. Number 77, that is Warren Samoy. To his inside here as Warren choosing to take that outside lane. It's that Tight Lines Apparel, Snap-on Tools, top secret 515 machine of Chris Cox. Starting there behind him in the all-out graphics, Dirt Hustlers, number 3 seed, that is Cody Connor into his outside. In the 3D Racing House of Speed, number 34B, that is Brandon Gibbs. And bringing up the rear of the field in the 011, it's the Ancient Gaming Premier Racing Setups SWM FGR machine, that is Joey Reeder. Looks like we're missing Zachary Fremo here for this heat race as 5 drivers get ready to duke it out here for our first race of the evening. All right, as the green flag quickly into the air here, this time by for the 77 Rhino Warren Samoy. Warren quickly putting that pedal to the metal, clears the 515 down the backstretch here as Chris Cox trying to stick right there with him. Warren right up against that outside cushion here, looking to get these big runs early on up there on the high side of the racetrack. Chris Cox right there in position number 2. Brandon Gibbs up into that 3rd position. Joey Reeder there in 4th as the 3C machine of Cody Connor slides back here into position number 5 on the racetrack. Chris Cox continuing to try to find a way up and around the 77 machine of Warren Samoy. Warren getting really loose there on corner exit right there, really kicking that 77 right around. As the 515 ride continues to work right there to his back bumper. You see Brandon Gibbs right there all over the back bumper here of that 515, really having to get onto the binders here. Once again, Warren a little loose there and a little bit wide up on the high side, but here comes the slide job, a little bit of contact. Here comes the 34B of Brandon Gibbs. Gibbs down to the bottom side of the racetrack. He's going to go for the slide job. A little bit of contact, around goes Chris Cox. As the 515 machine's gonna go around here, as he had to get onto the binders to avoid the contact there with Brandon Gibbs. Unfortunately, he's gonna get some contact from behind, go almost upside down and turned around. You see this 34B just go over the nose there of the 515. Unfortunately, Joey Reeder gets underneath of that 515 ride, spins him around and himself around in the 011 machine, and hard hit right there for Joey Reeder as we'll jump right on board here with that 11 ride and see what he sees as he's trying to shoot for the middle here, and then unfortunately that 515 just slow there right in the middle of the racetrack, having to get onto the binders. I don't think Joey realized it and had to quickly try to check up, and unfortunately couldn't check up quick enough. All right, as we got him stacked back up and ready to go back to green flag racing, Warren Samoy out in front, his 3D racing teammate right there behind him in that 34B machine. Joey Reeder there in 3rd, Cody Connor in position number 4, and the 515 of Chris Cox right there in position number 5, as it looks like we're going to extend this caution flag here one more time as the pace truck's going to go back around the field here. There's that pace truck, has the lights back on here, so it looks like we're gonna delay it here one more time around as we'll get ready to set them back loose and get them back out onto the racetrack here for this restart. Yo, love the UMP modified and late model racing. What is good? I love Mountain Dew. What is good, my boy? Coming in, showing the love. Listen, if you guys are just tuning in over on YouTube, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button as we continue to build more and more over there on YouTube Gaming, as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. As the green flag back out into the air here for Warren Samoy. Warren quickly putting that pedal to the metal here in the 77 ride as he gets a great jump over his teammate in that 34B machine. Brandon Gibbs trying to track him down here for position number 2 as we're going to get 2 more laps left to go, that time by the start-finish line. Brandon Gibbs trying to reel in the 77 as Joey Reeder trying to hold on to position number 3 with a half tore up race car here as the 77 gets super high. Here comes Brandon Gibbs down to the inside as the white flag flies. Brandon Gibbs is going to slide up and take that top spot down through corner number 1 and 2, but here comes Warren right there to the outside, misses the top shelf there, gets up into the outside wall as Brandon Gibbs is going to pick up the checkered flag here in heat race number 1. Cody Connor, Joey Reeder, Chris Cox, and that 77 rider Warren Samoy are going to round out the field there in heat race number 1 as we're going to get ready here for heat race number 2 as these drivers get loaded into the sim. We're going to get ready to set them back loose here in this one. Starting on the pole in the 20P machine, our race winner of the UMP modifieds just a few moments ago, that is Sean Pointer. To his outside, his Premier Racing Setups teammate, it is the 11 machine of Shane Yates as that flood drive number 11 ride starting there on the outside of the front row. Starting in position number 3 in the Premier Racing Setups, FGR Exiled Esports designed the void. Number 81, that is Wesley Gwaltney. To his outside in the 3D Racing, Norwood Sim Sports House of Speed, number 29 machine, that is Scott Dobbs. Starting behind him in position number 5 in the B14, his teammate in the 3D Racing House of Speed, number B14, that is Brian Wax. And to his outside in the 45 ride, that is Michael Massey. 6 drivers getting ready to go to battle here in heat race number 6 here in this one. My guys keep destroying brand new bodies. They think I'm made of money. Sponsors needed. Laugh out loud. Laugh out loud. Doug Dobbs says, way to go, Gibbs. Absolutely a great race there for Brandon Gibbs as we're going to see that green flag back out here for heat race number 2. Sean Pointer down low, the 11 rider Shane Yates up on the high side here. Yates with a great run at Sean Pointer in the bucked up number 20P ride. Gonna slide right in behind him here as Shane Yates is gonna jump up in lead lap number 1. Wesley Gwaltney down to the inside here. He's looking to try to fill the hole here and try to jump up and around that 20P machine of Pointer, as Pointer would love to come home in position number 2 here. Once again in these heat races, I do believe with the invert, he would start back on the front row and try to do exactly what he did in the last race, but Wesley Gwaltney right there to his inside trying to take position number 2 away. Scott Dobbs hanging right there with him as Dobbs there in position number 4 and looking for more here as he's working all over the back bumper there of Wesley Gwaltney. Brian Wax right there as well. A few car lengths back of the top 4 here, but playing it a little bit safe as they're getting very, very racy there at the front of the field. And Michael Massey there at the back of the pack as Shane Yates out in front. Sean Pointer there in second. Wesley Gwaltney still trying to find his way around this 20P ride. Scott Dobbs trying to find a way up and around the 81 ride of Gwaltney as Gwaltney in the bucked up number 81 gets up into the outside wall. Scott Dobbs unfortunately not getting down the backstretch very well there. Unfortunately going to slide back ever so slightly as he's going to try to have to reel back in that 81 machine of Wesley Gwaltney here for position number 3 on the racetrack. You see Brian Wax moving around here trying to find some different lanes out there on the racetrack as the white flag has been displayed one more time around here for that number 11 of Shane Yates as Yates down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. He's going to pick up the checkered flag here in heat race number 2. Sean Pointer in second. Wesley Gwaltney, Scott Dobbs, Brian Wax, and Michael Massey round out the field there in heat race number 2 as we're going to get ready for a little bit of a warm-up session here. These drivers are going to jump out onto the racetrack. They're going to make sure their cars are primed and ready, making sure that they get the right setups in and that their cars are absolutely perfect and absolutely the best that they can be here for the start of this A main feature event. As these drivers are going to get loaded into the sim here, they're going to jump out onto the racetrack. They're going to try to run some laps here in a quick hurry and try to make sure that their cars are absolutely perfect here for the start of this A main feature event. See them all starting to come out onto the racetrack there. You saw Michael Massey out there as well. Sean Pointer jumping out quickly in this one. Brandon Gibbs trying to jump out there to see what this racetrack's looking like now. Trying to make sure they have the right setup in, and we're going to get ready to set them loose here in just a few more moments.
Let's go!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to get ready here in just a few more moments to go back to green flag racing as our second A main feature event is about to get underway here. These super late models from Lucas Oil Speedway ready to be set loose onto the racetrack here. These things are primed and ready. These cars are absolutely set up and ready to go here. So we're going to get ready to see some wicked racing action once again here for the Stars Motorsports Racing League presented by 3D Racing. We're going to get ready to see some wicked racing action here all evening long. Yeah, Scott just unfortunately got tied up there. He just had nowhere to go, nothing he could do out there. And the racetrack in those heat races were unfortunately very one-laned out there. There wasn't much that he could do. Not a lot of spots where Scott could move around out there on the racetrack, Doug. Absolutely, my boy. Matthew says just in time, finish the tire prepping for the weekend. Let's go, my boy. That's what's up, Matthew. That's what's up, my boy. So we love to see, my boy. Welcome back in as we're going to get ready here to go back to green flag racing with our second A main feature event of the evening. We're going to wait for these drivers to get loaded into the sim, and we're going to get ready here for our starting lineup. Yo, Sean Stomo coming in, showing the love, smashing that like on the stream. What is good, Sean? What is good, my boy, coming in, showing that love here once again tonight as well. So we're going to get ready here for our starting lineup on the evening. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you came here for a show. Well, here you go, as we're going to get ready for the Stars Motorsports Racing League presented by 3D Racing as the super late models loaded into the sim here for their A main feature event, starting on the pole in the number 3C machine. It's the all-out graphics Dirt Hustlers number 3C, that is Cody Connor. to his outside in the 20P machine. That is Sean Pointer, and starting in position number 3 in the 11 ride, that is Shane Yates. To his outside in the 34B, that is the 3D racing ride of Brandon Gibbs. Starting in position number 5 in the 011, it's the Premier Racing Setups ride of Joey Reeder. To his outside, we see Wesley Gwaltney. And we see Scott Dobbs, Chris Cox side by side there in 7th and 8th. Ryan Wax, Warren Samoy in 9th and 10th. Michael Massey and Zachary Primo bringing up the rear of the field as we're going to end all the anticipation with our feature presentation as we are green flag racing here from Lucas Oil Speedway. Quickly, 2-3 wide here as Sean Pointer back out in front here once again on the evening. The 20P machine continues to lead the way. Brandon Gibbs up into position number 2. Cody Connor there in that 3rd position as here comes Joey Reeder and Wesley Gwaltney as they try to work themselves up towards the front of the field. Shane Yates unfortunately sliding back ever so slightly as the 11 ride of Yates and the PRS setups ride slides back to position number 6. Scott Dobbs right there in that 7th position as he's just ahead of that 515 of Chris Cox as Warren Samoy and the B14 of Brian Wax right there in 9th and 10th on the racetrack. Warren gets up a little bit high here. He's going to get up into the outside wall. He's going to keep it rolling here, but some heavy damage to that 77 ride of Warren Samoy as he's now at the back of the pack there after clobbering that outside wall in corner number 4. As Sean Pointer out in front here, Sean continues to lead the way as the 20P machine once again leading this race. A great run early on so far as he's looking to continue to pull away here from that 34B machine as they continue to battle side by side. It's an absolute dogfight once again for that 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th position on the racetrack. As they continue to battle here, Sean Pointer just continues to pull away more and more and more. Sean Pointer out in front, Brandon Gibbs in the 2nd, Wesley Gwaltney right there on his back bumper as you see Shane Yates go for the slide job there over Cody Connor as Connor and Yates battle here for position number 4 and 5 on the racetrack. Cody gonna leave the high side open there for Shane as Shane gets up into the outside wall ever so slightly there. A good run still down along the bottom side of the racetrack as there's still a lot of moisture down there for that 3C ride of Cody Connor. You see Joey Reeder down there trying to work that inside line. You see Wesley Gwaltney try that through 1 and 2 there. That bottom side in 1 and 2 a lot of times can be very fast, but unfortunately through 3 and 4 it is not the quickest way around. You want to be right up here on that high side of the racetrack. It's out in front, Sean Pointer with about a 1.5 second lead now over Brandon Gibbs and Wesley Gwaltney as they're single file here through the first 3 positions. Brandon Gibbs and Gwaltney trying to track down that 20P ride of Sean Pointer here and trying to put up a fight here for this top spot in this one, but I spoke a little bit too soon as now here comes Gwaltney down to the inside here. Wes trying to find something down low on the bottom side of the racetrack as these guys continue to duke it out all around the racetrack. We're going to jump into a quick Peacemaker Gaming, crank it up, so crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite drivers. We're going to crank it up here on Peacemaker Gaming. to put on a great show here for us. Out in front, it's all Sean Pointer. Pointer continues to lead the way here as the 20P machine already starting to put some drivers a lap down here as he goes to the outside of the 6th ride of Zachary Primo. Primo back there in that 12th position, going a lap down as Sean Pointer continues to lead the way here in this one. Wesley Gwaltney there in second, about 2.7 seconds back of our race leader, Shane Yates. There in position number 3 as Cody Connor has jumped up into that 4th position. Scott Dobbs now up inside the top 5 as Dobbs continues to get faster and faster here. He's trying to catch up to the pack bumper here, the 3C ride of Cody Connor. Brandon Gibbs sliding back, unfortunately, here for that 3D racing ride as he's back into that 6th position and has Joey Reeder all over his inside here as Joey Reeder trying to take over that 6th position on the racetrack as he's going to make that pass down the backstretch here, working that bottom side of the racetrack. Chris Cox right there in position number 8 with Brian Wax, Michael Massey rounding out our top 10, and Warren Samoy there in 11th. And then you see our race leader, Sean Pointer, right there behind that 77 ride, trying to track him down, trying to put him a lap down there in that 11th position for Warren Samoy. Out in front here, down across the start-finish line. 6 more laps left to go here for Sean Pointer, as you can see how difficult this racetrack is getting, how tight these drivers are getting into these corners here. As that high side really starting to burn away here. There's not a lot left up there. One simple mistake, overdriving at 1 inch too far throughout the corners could end your night in a quick hurry here. And Sean Pointer looking to try to go 2 for 2 on the evening and trying to pick up his second A-Main feature event win here of the night as he looks to the outside here of the 77 ride of Warren Samoy, as Warren trying to hold on and not go down the lap here to the 20P machine, but Sean hooked up on that high side, almost misses the berm there through corner number 3 and 4 as he's just trying to keep it nice and easy, keeping him breezy. Wesley Gwaltney slowly but surely starting to reel him in. Only about 1.8 seconds between our race leader Sean Pointer and that 81 ride of Wesley Gwaltney, as I feel like the 20P just trying to play it safe here, trying to get through this lap traffic nice and easy. Hopefully he doesn't get off the throttle too much here. Is down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. We're going to see that white flag fly one more time around for the 20P ride of Sean Pointer. Pointer's going to jump down to the bottom side here through corner number 1 and 2. One more time down the backstretch here this evening and through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. It's all Sean Pointer here once again in this one, picking up his second feature race win of the evening as Pointer goes back to back and parks the 20P ride back down in victory lane. Wesley Gwaltney coming home here in position number 2 on this one. And Cody Connor with a great run here in the all-out graphics Dirt Hustlers number 3 C machine, as Cody Connor's going to jump up and pick up position number 3 here on the night as Scott Dobbs in 4th, and Shane Yates unfortunately sliding back into position number 5 here. So late in this one, Yates allowing Cody Connor and Scott Dobbs to get up and around him, but man, oh man, ladies and gentlemen, give it up here once again for the 20P machine of Sean Pointer as he goes back to back here on the evening, picking up his second feature win of the evening. He won in the UMP Modifieds, and here he is picking up the win in the super late models as we're going to get ready to pull the 20P ride up into the broadcast booth here for his post-race interview. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed the show, if you guys enjoyed that racing action, make sure you hit that like button on the stream, hit that share button, hit that follow. If you're watching over on YouTube, hit that subscribe button as we're going to get ready to pull our race winner up into the broadcast booth here for his post-race interview for the second time here tonight. His second victory on the evening here for the 20P machine of Sean Pointer. Hey Sean, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker broadcasting booth here again. Do you get a copy?
Yeah, what's going on?
Not much. Sean, my boy, Another picture perfect run, my boy. Almost the exact same thing that we saw there in the first race of the evening. You're able to start there on the front row quickly. You take this lead away. You pull away here from the rest of the field as they continue to duke it out for second, third, fourth, fifth position there behind you. You get up to a big lead here, and this time not a lot of no caution flags, so you just have to keep on hitting your marks, continue to run your lane here, and you're able to continue to pull away. But there at the end, we saw the 81 was starting to track it down ever so slightly, where you're just getting a little bit, a little bit safe, trying to play it a little safe there, trying to get around Warren Samoy, trying to, make sure he didn't make a mistake and spin the 20 right around, or, get into Warren and spin him around out there on the racetrack late in this one.
Yeah, he would enter the bottom and slide himself coming out of the corner, and I was trying to figure out what he was doing. So I was going to try to go to the bottom, because I thought he was going to go to the top again. Well, then he slid himself again, and I was like, oh boy, here we go. We're going to wreck each other.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the worst thing that you can go through, being the race leader. And luckily enough, you just had such a big lead on the rest of the field early on in this one, where when you ran into that lap traffic, you didn't have to worry too much about them catching you in a quick hurry here, as it took quite a while for him to even knock a second off you still, as you were running some great lap times here late in this one. But Waltney tried to hunt you down. Couldn't quite get there as your teammate comes home in position number 2, but you're parked back up here in victory lane in that bucked up number 20 P machine. Sean, who do you want to thank for yet again another great run, another great race, and great performance here out of that 20P ride?
Definitely want to thank Ancient World Gaming, Premier Race Setups, Exiled Esports, SimWrap Market for designing the car, FGR Excel, Bucked Up, and Designed the Void, and Next Level Gaming.
Beauty. Well, Sean, congratulations on picking up the back-to-back victories here tonight, as you pick up the win in the UMP Modifieds, you pick up the win here in the Super Late Models at Lucas Oil Speedway, man. Getting both these wins, how does it feel? And what's going through your mind here after picking up back-to-back wins with so many great drivers and so much talent right there on your back bumper, and having fairly dominant runs here, fairly dominant wins here on the evening?
It feels really good. I haven't really been on the service in about a couple weeks. I've been building cars, rebuilding cars, working on other people's cars, working on motors, but definitely can't thank my team enough for just, getting me back dialed in and comfortable again. And it feels really good to come back and win.
Absolutely, my boy. A great run, a great drive here, and awesome to see you back out onto the racetrack and back into your winning ways here. Hopefully, we'll see you back down here next Wednesday. Hopefully, you're not too busy with, the real race cars and everything else, and hopefully, we'll see you back on the sim, and hopefully see you back up here in the broadcast booth, and maybe another repeat here of what we saw tonight, and another perfect evening for you as see you try to come home with another back-to-back win next Wednesday.
Yeah, it's going to be hit and miss, like I said last week or a couple weeks ago. But, appreciate it. Appreciate the broadcast, and appreciate everyone watching.
Absolutely, my boy. Sean, congrats on the win. Congrats on the great runs here tonight, my boy. Hopefully, we'll see you next week. If not, hopefully have yourself a great another week off, and we'll hopefully see you back here in the future and back up here in the victory lane.
Sounds good. Take care.
Beauty, you too. Don't party too hard down there in victory lane, my boy.
I'll try not to.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our race winner, the 20P machine of Sean Pointer, as he comes home here with the checkered flag. What a run, what a race, and what a drive there out of that 20P machine, as we're going to get ready to pull in our second place finisher. The 81 ride is the Exiled Esports, number 81 of Wesley Gwaltney, coming home here in position number 2. What a run and what a race here from that 81 of Wesley Gwaltney, as well as he was trying to hunt down our race leader. Unfortunately, just quite couldn't get there late in this one. And Sean was just that much quicker, that much better here tonight, was able to pull out to such a big lead and have that nice cushion late in this one to keep all these drivers at bay, as we're going to get ready here to pull in the 81 ride of Wesley Gwaltney for his post-race interview. Hey, Wesley, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. Do you get a copy?
Yes, sir, I do. How are we?
Not too bad, Wesley, my boy. What a run, what a race there, man, as it Took you a little while to jump up here, get that second spot away from Brandon Gibbs, and all the battling that was happening right there with you two and right there behind you guys. Took you a little while to get around him, but once you did, Sean Pointer already out to such a big lead out there on the racetrack. You try to track him down, you try to hunt him down here. He was having some issues there trying to get around a few of the lap drivers late in this one. You closed the gap, but unfortunately not enough time out there and no caution flags to be able to get you to his back bumper here in this one. Do you think if you caught him, you would have had something for him here in this one?
I think there would at least been a chance. I'd like to see what we had. We got to that point, but I couldn't really get by Gibbs, and I was trying to figure out a way. And I'm sorry for getting into it in there with that slider. The track was so one lane; it was really tough to get by. And it did finally transition to the bottom, but it wasn't completely there yet. It wanted to, so that was me being a little impatient. So I get that, but it's kind of the same story as last time we ran here, where I got to second after I think I got caught up in a wreck on lap 1. That was a slider deal, but I get up to second and I just run out of time, and I feel like that was the case here. If I had a caution, I think we would have had a pretty good race. I think both of us would have searched a little bit. Sean was I was watching him. He'd run the bottom sometimes, run the slider line, run the top. I'd kind of figured out at the top those last 5-10 laps. So I don't know. It could have been. He's my teammate. He's pretty quick. He won the mods, and then drew the pole for this one after running second in our heat race. So yeah, I don't know. It's one of them deals. I guess I'll take second. Just move on to the next one.
Absolutely, my boy. Never too upset with coming home second to your teammate here, but a great run, a great car. It always sucks to let one slip here, as he definitely had an opportunity. Definitely looked like he had a car late in this one to compete for the win here, but unfortunately, coming home in that second spot, nothing to frown about. Is still a solid, good run here. Could have been a lot worse, but man, a great run nonetheless here for yourself in that 81 team. As you come home here in second, Wesley, who would you like to thank for such a strong run, such a great race here, and strong performance out there on the racetrack?
I got to thank my teammates over at Exile. You for broadcasting this, Rick and Scott for putting this race on, but all of our sponsors on the car: AWG, Next Level Gaming, Bucked Up, Design the Void, Premier Race Setups, SimWrap Market, and then my buddy Cody Connor, who actually designed my car with All Out Sim Graphics. He was only running third there, so good to finally get him to run a little bit. He designed a pretty good looking race car, even though I beat the hell out of it every time we race it. But all the sponsors we got on the race car: FGR, Excel, can't forget them as well. And I can't complain. Second. I'd like a win, but we'll figure it out next week and see where we end up, and just try to keep it up front.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, we look forward to seeing you back out onto the racetrack next Wednesday. Hopefully we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth, one spot better, and up here in Victory Lane.
We're going to give it a go. Thank you for what you do, and see you next week.
Beauty, Wesley. Have yourself a wonderful night, my boy.
You too, bud.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our second place finisher, the 81 rider, Wesley Gwaltney. Is Wesley going to come home here in position number 2? What a run and what a race there from the 81 rider. He was trying to track down our race winner, but fortunately just ran out of time there. Couldn't get that 81 ride to the back bumper of that 20P of Sean Pointer. As we're going to get ready to pull in our third place finisher, the 3-car, the 3C machine of Cody Connor here, coming home in position number 3 here this evening. We're going to bring Cody up into the broadcast booth for his post-race interview. Hey, Cody, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker broadcasting booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Cody, my boy, a great run, a great race, man. Late in this one, you're able to find a little something there, get up and around Shane Yates, and snag that third spot here on the podium. Take us back through this race, man. How'd you get here, and how'd you get it done here tonight?
Honestly, I just threw a different track setup on there and got a little help on gear from Wesley and them guys. And got lucky enough that it wasn't too steep that I couldn't run a bottom there at the end. So luck kind of played in my favor, put it that way.
Absolutely, man. As that thing was hooked up down the bottom side, there was a lot of drivers trying to search around as that high side got burnt off in a quick hurry here with no caution laps or anything else. It really got burnt off quickly up on the high side, and the bottom side really came in strong and just made your car that much stronger with the right gearing and everything else. And you were able to really roll the bottom side very nicely and very easily here tonight in this one, and came in to benefit you late here in this race as you're able to work your way up through the field here and up into that third spot and pick up that third and final podium finish here. Cody, who would you like to thank for such a great run, such a great race and strong performance out here on the racetrack?
I want to thank Stars for putting these things on and letting me come race tonight, and you for broadcasting, and then my guys over at Dirt Hustlers. None of them were here tonight, but we'll still give each other some tough times for not joining me. But that's really about it. Dirt Series, we got some other sponsors over there too, but I can't even remember them all.
Well, Cody, man, it's great to see you back out onto the racetrack, man. Good to see you back out there having another great finish with that 3C machine. Parking it up here on the podium, man. How does it feel, with such great competition, so many fast cars out there, to be, back up here on the podium and having yourself another fantastic evening?
Hey, it's always nice to be able to talk to you. I haven't talked to you that much, really. So anytime you get on the podium and get a little interviews, it's makes your day a little better, I guess.
Absolutely, man. Definitely makes your day that much better. Means that you had yourself a great evening and a great run here, and you had that thing pointed in the right direction all evening long. To be parked up here and talking to me on the front stretch is always a good thing. Cody, congrats on the third place run. Congrats on a strong race here in this one. Hopefully we'll see you back out here next Wednesday, and hopefully we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth, maybe a couple spots better and up here in Victory Lane.
Yeah, for sure.
Beauty. Cody, have yourself a wonderful night, and have yourself a great rest of your week.
You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for the 3C machine, Cody Connor, as Cody coming home here in position number 3. A great run and a great race there for that all-out graphics Connor's PCs. Number 3C machine, that Dirt Hustlers ride, as he comes home here in position number 3 on the evening. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us this evening, man. Some great racing action, some awesome battles out here on the racetrack, man. This was just an absolutely awesome race here. We saw, Rob says, see what had happened was Exile came in and swept the night. Absolutely, man. Absolutely a dominant performance there. Both races there from Sean Pointer. I mean, definitely things worked out perfectly for Sean in both races with, the battles that were happening back there for second and third in the UMP modifieds, allowing him to run away, and then even the battling and everything else that was continuing on here in these super late models that once again just gave him that ability to run away without someone going, single file, sticking right there to his back bumper and keeping that pressure on him lap after lap after lap. It kind of gave him a little bit of breathing room there with, a few second lead over our second place driver all evening long. Definitely made it that much easier there for the 20P machine here tonight in this one. Yo, Craig Bristol Sr. coming in showing the love, smashing that like on the stream. What is good, Craig? Craig coming in showing that love. Doug Dobbs says, great race, guys. Way to go, Scott and all 3D racing team. Awesome race, 100%, man. That was some great racing, some great action out there. Won't happen again. 2 weeks is enough. Yeah. I love that, Scotty. Won't happen again. It won't happen again. That's confidence. That's what you need, my boy. That's what you need. You need the confidence going into the next race and everything else to just tell them how it is, my boy. That it's not gonna happen next week. Put a little fear into them. Put a little fear into them there, Scotty. Make it so that they know that, they're going to have their work cut out for them next week, and that you guys are going to be coming to the track with something great and something awesome to run and putting on a great show for us next week. We look forward to seeing it, man. We look forward to seeing all of you guys back out onto the racetrack next Wednesday, but unfortunately, that is going to do it here for us this evening, man. Some great racing action, some nonstop side-by-side battles here, some awesome battles all around the racetrack, and these guys put on a heck of a show, a heck of a race, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning in, everyone that came in with the likes, the shares, the comments, and everything else, man. Everyone that came in and showed some love over on Kick, everyone that came over and showed some love over on YouTube. I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in and showing the love and being a part of the community here. And if you haven't already, please make sure you hit the like, hit the share, hit the follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like on the stream and hit that sub button as we continue to build over there on YouTube Gaming as well. And we're also over on Kick, so if you guys have a Kick account, make sure you guys jump over there and drop us a follow over on Kick live streaming. Brand new streaming service, and we're just slowly but surely trying to build over there. Slowly but surely, we're almost up to affiliate, and that's the best place for the subs and everything else. And obviously, that's a thing to work in the future. But we're just slowly but surely building over there, not pushing it too much, just kind of throwing it out there here and there, and letting you guys know if you guys end up over on Kick. Make sure you jump over there and drop your boy a follow. Yo, Craig says, great broadcast, man. Craig, my boy, good to see you up in the chat, homie. Good to see you up in the chat. Glad you enjoyed the broadcast. I'm glad you enjoyed the racing action, my boy. And hopefully we'll see everyone back out here tomorrow night, as well as we're going to get back into some dirt street stock racing tomorrow night around 8:30 Eastern time. We're going to have practice underway. I'll be live shortly after that. And we're going to have another huge dirt street stock race, man. A lot of cars. Last week, I think we had almost 40 drivers load into the sim. I think that numbers went up a little bit more here. So we're looking to have another huge field. A ton of racers, a ton of cars out there into the field tomorrow night for some wicked dirt street stock action tomorrow night. So make sure you guys tune into that one. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Turn on that live notification bell so you guys never miss when we go live. If you're over on Facebook, you can actually type in !notify, and that will turn on all live notifications. That way you guys never miss it when we go live here on Peacemaker Gaming with any of the iRacing action that we do. But listen, thank y'all for tuning in. I will see you guys all tomorrow night. Peace out, baby. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! What a night, what a race, what a show by these drivers, man. That was absolutely amazing all evening long.